Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. How are ya? How was the new year? How was the holidays? I don't know when the last time I've done a Pisces read, because I've been debating what's yours, what's not yours, I don't know. So then when I got to my desk and I had stuff still sitting here and I had some writings, of course, from the 30th, And I will have a shout out to my mother, even though we don't speak. It was her birthday on the 20th. She turned 78. So happy birthday, Mom. Everybody thinks that I hate because I don't know. It has nothing to do with it. Not at all. When you learn your emotional intelligence in your world and the role that people play in your life, it doesn't mean that everybody gets let back in. And especially as a Pisces, you understand who's who. And many of us were born into families that challenge us. I can't talk. Don't want me to talk about it. Little fuckers. Go away. The air is very thick from the full moon. So, because it's the wolf moon. And I'll go back to the mom thing, but we had a wolf dog, Tanika, when I was, late teens, early 20s, I want to say. He was beautiful, but he was caged. It was my dad's way of control. He liked to control animals, is what I'm realizing. But to go back, just because you have a falling out with your family and you don't talk to them for many years doesn't mean you hate them. It just means that you've moved on with your life because you don't deal in the drama and the chaos and all the bullshit that just keeps going round and round, and the blame and all that, crap that you were always blamed for anyways, and still are because you're not there. So I guess my point is, Pisces, you got to set some better boundaries. I always have said we have very porous boundaries. And we can't just fix everybody. I'm sorry. It's just, and I have a thing that, I came across this week, and it's pretty long. So I'll print it out and then we'll read it and discuss it and get some feedback from you guys on it. I just know that Pisces, we've had a hell of a year. I'll just say that. Even in all my moves and things that I did for myself, we've had a hell of a year. So I'm going to roll the dice. And then I have 3 high vibe cards pulled, and then I get a lot of writing that I did. And maybe we'll pull cards or charts. We'll see. All right. Cancer, Saturn, number 12, sun sign, moon sign, and Capricorn. What is my mother? I'll let you guess. But it was a full moon in Cancer. So that's why we got that. Saturn, we're coming out of, and 12 being the 12th sign. Oh, and 7 died. I love Spirit because they really just communicate. And of course, the other big one I got was Mercury. And Neptune. Our sign is so unexplainable because we're such chameleons. And anyone who has more than one placement, you're going to be better at it. But the stelliums are your challenges. They're, a lot of astrologers and people take it as have a superpower. Well, it's a mega lesson that you need to learn. And mine is in the 9th house, which is higher education, philosophy, publishing, religion, travel, and law. I explore and expand higher education, meaning spiritual. You know all the other signs, okay? And this is what I heard today, and then I'll go back to what I heard. Pisces, you are the sunflower to the roses. Even though I have 3 roses on my body, okay? Others, if they don't love themselves, meaning other people, they won't like a Pisces because we're all about the love, romance, dreaminess, the dreamers of the zodiac. Why? Because we've already done everything else. Pisces, you need another Pisces best friend in your life, or a few of them, because we understand each other without barely having to talk to each other. I have a girl that I met here when I first moved here, and it was so sweet. We finally first connected probably really about 2 weeks ago, and we've seen each other back and forth, and it's so funny. Her name is spelled with an I on the end, and mine is spelled with a Y, and we're just the opposite of what the regular should be, how it's normally spelled. So I find it very intriguing. But she said to me this last time, she goes, I always knew you'd be a part of my tribe. Your tribe sees you, even if you don't recognize them right away, because it's your frequency and how you go through the flow of life, okay? So you either need a Pisces friend or a few earthly friends that can ground you more, and of course another water sign is Cancer or Scorpio. But what pisses Cancer and Scorpio off is we can just override on so many things, and they don't understand how we do it. So you have to have one that's learning to learn. Okay? That's all I'm going to say on that. And your memory bank, they think because you're so loving and whatnot that you're just stupid, which I find incredibly funny. Because your memory bank is like a Rolodex. I've always said that about my brain. I have even though that's not where you keep it, it's your receiver. It's just, what it is. And individuals who are not on your same frequency will not hear you or want to hear you. And I just had that happen with, an individual, and all I said was, something about stepping outside of all of it, meaning on the political theater, and taking a look at the whole picture versus just one side of it. And I could tell. I could hear the steam, even though they will never admit it. But that's the difference between Pisces and most people. We already know. And sometimes we do the things just because we can. So, finally got to a winter cup versus my Halloween. But I think I might be that person and leave my Christmas decks up, at least the winter ones, until Valentine's. And, I don't know. I'm in one of those moods today. I'm actually very, very happy. I slept really, really well. It's about 4:45 here, and the kitties are outside playing. They've had more fun this winter. It's been so warm. So I'm getting off. I'm going to do these in the end, they say. So I'm going to read. This is what I heard on the 30th, and I called a soul sister because I wrote down her name. But now you're all going to get it too. So 2026 is actually 2016. And why I say that, it's another 9 years, it's a completion year. But I do believe, if we're on regular calendars, we're somewhere between 2013 and 2016. I don't know exactly. But the reset is happening. This is the road you should have taken then. So think of where you were 9 years ago. Okay, I know where I was. And I had moved to another state, but that one didn't work out. So I don't know what my other road would have been. I hadn't even thought of this state, but think about it, okay? This is the road you should have taken. You are being given a second chance to try again. You know better this time. You learned the lesson, and now you will choose different. The lessons were learned by past people who no longer have access to you. You are the 1.6% who was hidden and are fully online. You are the pathfinder, and now you teach others how to move forward. And all you can do, Pisces, is try. Because, again, if they're not on your frequency and they're a little below you or a little above you or wherever they are in the thing, they're not going to fully understand, but that's okay. And that's why we have the beautiful giving nature and the understanding nature we have, because we want to let people where they are and let them learn for themselves and not force anything. A true, balanced, understood Pisces will let people. I used to dive in to help the broken like no tomorrow, but I now can step on the outside and go, I know where my boundary is with that, and I don't need to help past a certain thing anymore. Because why? That's not my chaos. It's not my monkeys. I have ducks. And they sometimes come together. And then other times they, you understand what I'm saying. So, you are now the example and template to others. You learn to detach from all things, places, people, and environments that did not support you. You now see the other side of it. And I have a fellow Pisces right now that is going through that. And I said, until I learned the law of detachment, I was never going to move further along in my understanding of why I'm here. Did you see my beautiful angel? Yeah. And to know we are so protected. Once you step into your I know who I am, you are truly that. You have been given a second chance to choose differently, and all the blessings come in. Your sacral energy is no longer blocked, your creativity. Use your whole story to share. Don't just give the pieces you think people want to hear. I will tell you everything and anything, all the shit I even did. I'm not embarrassed because it made me who I am. Am I still doing those things? Absolutely not. Because I grew and they taught me. When your mistakes become I always screw it up. When your habits become let's try again. When your mistakes become your habits and your habits become your lifestyle, that is where the problem lies. You got to learn from them and move forward. Never do them again. Everybody, because I went to jail once and I refused to open my mouth about something. And but I got handed, things that I now know were done to me for a reason. And they were done to open me up and get me to realize about certain people and certain things and certain environments. But the thing about it is, I didn't have repetitive behavior. I just had people that kept wanting me to put me back, because I'm telling you, once you're on probation for something and they know it, they just keep calling you in because they want to fuck with you. And they do it on a Friday, so you sit all weekend. And it's just so funny. The Eddie Haskells of the world, your ass is coming. Meaning, literally, not my problem, not my circus, not my monkeys. So, use your whole story to share. No details left out. Your story and growth is the key. They wanted your glory, but not your story. Stay focused and let them destroy themselves. You got this. Now is your time to shine and teach. Pretty powerful, I have to say. I have a few other things here, and then, of course, a few more here. I know I'm a writer, and God keeps throwing all of this at me, and I'm not ready to organize it all yet. But, Pisces, we always have 12 projects, right? Don't try to change people's mind. Change your own. Sylvester Stallone. On one of his TikToks, he just finished his book. That man is old school, and I love it. He hand wrote it. Hand wrote it. But I love it. Don't try to change people's mind. Change your own. Braids. And this is how I know the Indian culture. I should have probably braided mine today. I think it will later. But the braid, what it symbolizes is, because there's 3 parts: spirit, your body, and your soul intertwined. And then I had actually pulled some cards, you guys, and I wrote them down because I used the deck then for something else. We got the World card, the Justice card, the 2 of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, the Sun, the Emperor, and the 4 of Wands. And that is 8 Big change. Big individuals that now see you and want to work with you. Not because of the money, but the money is going to be really good. I'll tell you that, because I know. But the people that are going to support you, love you, see you for you, don't question it anymore. Let you be to your little weirdo self. You know, I forever was picked on in reference, even as my kids. It was like it got handed off from family to people that I, had in my relationships, to my children, my son. Mom, don't dress like that. Please don't tell me what to do. I don't care. I am forever going to be who I am. And that's the difference between a Pisces and most signs. We will not conform if we don't want to. When I was younger, sure. People pleasing, degree, PhD. Is there another master's? Master's and doctorate, right? I don't know. If I'm at the next level, the one above that, because that's how I had to learn about who I was. I can't save everybody. I can't make a difference for somebody unless they want to make a difference for themselves. I can't love people myself if I don't love myself. I can't keep myself pushing for individuals that don't give a shit. And that's the one thing I've learned. And it's not that I hate the people or anything. I just chose differently now. And I know that those people can't be in my life. And anybody who tries to control a Pisces, oh, good fucking luck. You all think we do because we let shit slide and we just, No, we want you to get a hold of yourself and figure out, if you can lie to yourself, you're lying to the whole fucking world. Oh, my exes were experts at lying and didn't think I didn't know about it. Oh, that won't hurt her. She just won't find out. Or whatever. I'm not some idiot that didn't know what was going on. And then you know what it is? Especially when bad Pisces is bad Pisces. Fucking game on. I'll match you and raise you and then win. But just saying. Your powerful sacral energy is extremely creative. Do not feed the fear. Do it, okay? They've been trying to throw what they call as a loosh, L-O-O-S-H energy at us. It's a subtle life force energy which tries to mess with your intuition, putting you into fear base, which, that's not going to happen. Spiritual law versus earthly law is what is happening because the earthly law is no longer. You have both polarities and have integrated them very well, my dear Pisces. You're living authentically. You have what we call a higher heart alchemy. You survived the childhood trauma and regulated your nervous system. You can love people and still walk away. I love you, Pisces. Have yourself a beautiful day.